Good evening, rockers. Vegas Rock Goddess here on the rocks. Total entertainment coming to you live from somewhere off the Las Vegas Strip. Today, great interview with Mark Daly. You might not recognize the name, but Mark Daly has been on the rock scene for quite some time. He's actually opened up for Geoff Tate. We're going to talk about that and his new record. So stay tuned. Uh, get him in. Hey, Mark.
Hello.
Hey,
How's it going?
how are you? Welcome to On the Rocks,
Thank you very much.
live from Las Vegas, my friend.
Love it. Love it.
Let me tell you, I want to thank Shauna O'Donnell for connecting us, but I am a huge fan. I saw you when you were in Vegas opening up for Geoff Tate.
Oh yes, Count Vamp, right?
Yes, and
Yeah,
Alex Hart was helping you out. And
that's right.
I got some great video and pictures from that. You are amazing. This new
Thank,
record is killer.
thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
So how you are coming up with a big tour, man? This is going to
It's
be
a long
a
one.
huge tour for you with Richie Kotzen. I saw Richie Kotzen as well. He is an amazing guy. Um,
Unbelievable.
Great rock history. So how are you all psyched and ready to go for this tour?
Oh, I can't tell you. We're so ready to rock with the new record. The record comes out in August, and then the tour starts right in September. So we're raring to go and very very excited about it.
Yeah, because when I first saw you I was like so blown away. I'm like, I couldn't even believe it. I was just like, wow, this guy is like, your voice and everything. Your band is solid.
Thank you.
Um, I've been listening to your music. Incredible. You have such a rock and blues influence. It's incredible.
Thank you very much. We're kind of blown away with the response to the last couple of releases from this new record. I think that's our third single off it so far.
Right.
And Better Off Alone came out on Friday, and I think it's like surpassed by far all the records we had for streaming and everything. It's like, whoa, it's the reaction's been insane.
Yeah, the video is killer. The song is just amazing. So the video goes with it. Who directed it?
A guy called Tom Flynn in New York. We were on the Mr. Big tour for January and February in the US, and we had a couple of days off in New York, so we shot three music videos in like 3 days. so,
Gosh.
um, so we captured all those videos in that time. But yeah, I agree that the energy for that song was really captured by Tom, and he did an amazing job.
Now, how did you and Geoff Tate connect?
If funnily enough, from his wife was like my first music manager. Just randomly met in a pub in Ireland while she was on holidays, and was just asking, were these my songs? She was like, did you write these songs? And me and the band that I was in, and we just struck up a friendship, and we ended up on a Queensryche tour with my old band, the Voodoos, and just went down from there. Started writing with Geoff, became really really good friends, and now we holiday, tour, write everything together, and it's just been amazing.
Oh my gosh, what a whirlwind, though. You know what I'm saying? Just
All from like four people in a bar to
right.
our first show with Geoff was in the 930 Club, Washington D.C. Sold out show, and from a bar to that in such a short space of time was just crazy.
Yeah, and 25, 24, 25 is going to be a killer year for you. Because I know once you're done with the Richie Kotzen tour, you're on the road again.
It's nonstop at the moment, and
Remember, right?
loving it,
Oh
loving it.
my gosh, that's great. What are some of your musical influences, Mark?
There's such a wide range of them, but like I think you'd hear on this particular record, like the blue stuff that you mentioned, and so like there's a Pink Floyd, there's Aerosmith. I love Aerosmith. I love you know, the classical rock influences that I have, but then I've got modern influences as well. Like I really like Highly Suspect. And then your kind of mainstream bands like Foo Fighters and stuff. Just, you know, that straight up kind of rock sound. But just I think we found a really nice balance between the stuff that we grew up listening to and the stuff that we're listening to now. Just a nice blend of all of them mixed together.
Yeah, and it's funny that you mentioned that. The rock sounds in 24 are really kind of getting back to the roots of rock and roll from the late 70s to the early
Yeah,
80s. And there's bands. Your influences are when I started. I'm like, whoa, okay. So it's more like a fog hat or like a Bachman Turner Overdrive.
I've heard those before. Yeah, I've heard
Yeah,
that at shows.
with the with the
Yeah,
little with a little bit of splash of Kansas mixed in. I mean,
yeah.
this trend right now, I don't think is going away anytime soon.
I agree. And when we did this record that's coming out soon, geez, only a few weeks really, we just weren't afraid to play guitar. Like, you know, it's like before, you know, you'd be in a studio and you'd be like, is this too much guitar? Maybe the solo's too long. And we were just like, no, like we've got two really good guitar players in the band. Why not, you know, use that? What's wrong with a long guitar solo? And I feel like people are more accepting of it now. Like there was a time there a few years back where it was like, don't like producers were telling you not to do solos because, you know, the track length would be too long and stuff. But like we've a track on the album that's coming up, I think 6 minutes long. It's got a couple of guitar solos in it, and why not? You know, the boys in the band are so good. Why not show off what they can do musically?
Right. And I think as a rock journalist, I love seeing that, but also as a fan, that's what we want to see. We want to see strings breaking.
Yeah,
We want
yeah,
to see mics like dropped. I mean, we we are looking for the total rock experience.
yeah.
And in 24, man, that's what we're getting. And your band is killer. I'm going to see that show at Vamped. I'm going to try to
Oh,
make it. I'm going to try to
amazing.
fit into my schedule. But yeah, I mean, we need this.
It's amazing, and the support and love we've been getting in the US has just been mind blowing. So the fact that we get to go back again and do another tour is just so exciting.
And you're with the king of it all, Richie Kotzen. So
Yes,
you're going to some really great places. So
yes,
so
incredible venues.
stoked for you for that. Now,
Thank
why
you.
don't you tell us the rest of the players in your band?
So we have a couple of Irish boys as well, along with myself. Killian, who's from Cork, where I'm from, Killian Plummer, and then we have James Brown, who's been with me uh, from day one, really. He's from Kilkenny here in Ireland, and then we have a Scotsman on the bass, Jack Ross, who also plays with Geoff. So you would have
Oh
seen
yeah, I
him
saw
on
you.
stage.
Yeah, he helped
Yes,
you out that night too. He's great.
that's right. Yes, we've been playing together now for I think it's coming up to 5 years now.
Oh
So
wow.
yeah, and it's crazy. It's just, and then we've got Danny on the drums, who also played with Geoff. So we all kind of just toured together and just became really really close friends. And of course they're ridiculous musicians. They're so good.
Oh, of course.
And that those are the boys coming on the road, and we're actually going out to Texas next week, and we're going to be recording another album before this album's even released.
Oh
We're
my
going out to do
god.
another one. So and all those boys coming as well. So we've got a great load of things happening at once.
Yeah, and that's great. That's why I'm glad I got you now because I was looking at your tour schedule and I'm like, whoa. Yeah, I mean,
It's crazy.
you're out till November, dude. I mean, really.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, so yeah, what a great summer for you to celebrate with the band. That's
exactly.
amazing. Now, is there a particular city in the US that you just absolutely love to play at?
There's so many. And we look at the tour dates and we're like, oh my
I
God, like,
know.
you know, you see Vegas and you're like, yes, you see, you know, Hollywood, all the iconic kind of places, but we
Yeah.
love going to we love going to Texas. I love going out to Nashville and places like that. So we're just so lucky that we get to see such a massive part of the US and all these amazing places.
Yeah, Nashville is amazing. They have
Yes.
such a heavy rock and blues influence right now. So,
Yep.
man, that's a great city to play in
I can't wait to get back there.
for sure. Hey, Mark, what was the first record you ever bought when you were a kid with your own money?
It was a Garth Brooks record. He was huge. He was huge in Ireland. I can't even tell you. When I was a kid, because my mom would play his album like 24/7 in the house, and I remember he had a new album out. This would have been like 96 or something, whatever. And I was a little kid, and I remember picking up his. It was a tape in the record store, and I was obsessed with
Oh my God, Garth Brooks is amazing. That guy is
it.
like, he's like
He's
a fighter.
honestly, people in Ireland freak out over him. It's unbelievable.
Wow, that's great. That's
But
really
but
cool.
my but then my dad had me listening to like Yellow, Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin. Like anytime we're in the car with my dad, then as a kid, that's what was playing, and I like that just spoke to me, and I was like, oh my god, this music's amazing.
Right. So that was kind of your influence anyway. Like
Yeah, yeah,
Zeppelin and
exactly.
all that. What about
Yeah,
the first concert, Mark, you ever went to?
my first concert, I think it was in Killarney here in Ireland, and it was the Cranberries opening up for Counting Crows.
Oh wow.
um, in a summer gig, and it was the one and only time I saw the Cranberries live, and it was amazing. And Counting Crows were so good as well. I think Adam Duritz, the singer of Counting Crows, for me is just one of the best lyricists out there. Love his writing. So to see him live and to see the Cranberries live, it was such a good duo.
Yeah, that would have been a great show
Oh yeah,
for sure. But Counting Crows, I heard, aren't they getting back together? I think they're doing
yeah.
kind
I think they're out on the road with Santana
of,
opening for him right now. Yeah, yeah.
right. So I think they're kind of getting back out there, which is great. He's an amazing vocalist
Yes,
for sure.
absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, so you got a new record coming out, and another one you're gonna be recording. Great, that's awesome. The more music,
People are going to be
the
sick
more
of us
we're
just
doing.
nonstop, nonstop.
Nonstop for sure. So, what's going on in 25? Are you already booking out, or what's happening?
It's it's looking that way between the album coming out, shooting more music videos. I'm sure we're just going to be hopping back on it because we toured January and February this year as well. So I'm sure we'll be back out on the road early 25 on top of the September, October, November touring that's coming up.
Right. I mean, that's yeah. I mean, you are booked. You know what? That's absolutely amazing. Like,
I can't complain.
what,
Busy is good.
yeah, for sure. What kind of advice can you give to the younger musicians out there that want to make it in the business?
I think not to follow a trend so much. Like, I a thing I see in Ireland all the time is that we have like very little radio stations in Ireland that play the kind of same 10 songs like in repeat, and a lot of the young crowd that be listening to it would just try and copy that style of writing and copy that. And I always just think, try and just be yourself and write for yourself, and try and tell a story and have a meaning behind the song, and just be yourself as opposed to trying to be like someone else, because by the time you record a record and release it, people are over that style of music that you were just copying. So it's better just to be authentic and genuine.
Yeah, and that's really great advice because there's so many people that are kind of like following, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
not,
exactly.
Vegas is known for cover bands out here. But
Yeah,
Vegas is kind of getting sick of it. So we're into original music and we have some
nice,
great original bands out here too that are really
nice.
killing it on the road as well. How's your writing process, Mark? What do you go through as a songwriter?
It there's like the fact that we've done two albums in 11 months. I've just been in a flow with it. I've been really enjoying it. Um, like when I sit down, I have a studio at home, and I just sit down with my acoustic guitar, and like I have a subject that I want to write about and something I feel passionate about. I'll write the chords, and then I'll build my lyrics around that. Then, but I always have to start with a story and something that means something. Otherwise, I'm just singing a song just for the sake of it.
Right.
So I think yeah, having a subject is really, really important, and something that's important to me, which then reflects in a live show because you're singing about something that is passionate about, that you're passionate about.
Right. And I think Geoff Tate had a big influence on you as far as telling a story. Oh my God. You know,
A-
his
Absolutely.
Yes, for
I
sure.
was lucky to watch him perform so many times, and even stage presence wise, and the way he presents himself on stage, how comfortable he is with the audience, and how like theatrical he is, and just he's an ultimate pro. And being able to watch him warm up backstage and see all the work that goes into it, it was just nothing but a positive influence on me.
Yeah, he is like the ultimate professional. Um,
Yeah,
I have so much kudos for you for really kind of like learning with him. And look where you're at, man. It's like, wow.
yeah. I remember like one of my first shows on the road with him, and he just pulled me aside, put his arm around me, and was like, "Hey, I watched your show last night," and he was just like, "Just when you're speaking, don't be afraid." And like, because he said you're holding back a tiny bit, and I could sense that. And he was like, "Don't be afraid of the words you're saying." And all. And I remember just taking that advice, and the very next show onwards, I just felt that, and I took on that great advice that he had. So it's really important to listen to people who are successful in this business, and ones that are happy to give you advice.
Yeah, and take it. Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah,
Because that's free advice you don't have to pay for, you know,
exactly.
which is great. But with your songwriting, there was a couple songs I did want to ask you about. Peace of
Sure.
Mind. How did that come about?
Peace of Mind. I wrote that a few years back, and like that was very first track on my first album. It was kind of more of a singer songwritery album, my first record, and then I wanted to go back to the hard rock stuff. But that was a record where it was very lyrical kind of record, and Peace of Mind was the first one of just having like a really overactive mind. I've got one that races nonstop, and I'm always trying to find ways to just slow down, take a deep breath, and not like overthink situations. So that was a song to remind me to like take a moment every now and then and realize like everything is not as crazy as it seems.
Yeah, that's a great song. And then The Storm. I love it.
I've had a few people say that to me because that was never released, and then people are saying like I think that's another lyrical one. Um, and I remember that one getting such a strange reaction. Even when we played it live, people were like, "I really like the storm," and I was like, "Really?" I just thought it was an obscure kind of song, but I've got really nice comments on that one, which is lovely.
Yeah, that song I think live uh
Yes,
gets across to people a little bit
yes,
better than hearing it, Um
agreed, agreed.
because you're such a strong performer. So that song I think live is amazing.
Thank you very much. Thank you,
Really love it. Yeah, that's great.
thank you.
So any kind of like preview of like what you're gonna go in the studio for? Anything we can look forward to?
This one's all straight up rock again. We're not changing from this record. The Devil's Arms album's out in August. This one is a continuation of that. Um, the Devil's Arms record is kind of all the it's like there's hurt, betrayal, like all that kind of stuff. But the next record is in the same style, but it's more of a positive. So like this is the letting all the darkness out, and then this one is more in the a bright, positive, uplifting songs as well. So same kind of music style, but a real positive. It's very positive lyrically.
Yeah, that sounds like a really good mix.
Yes, it's like the angel and the devil on the each shoulder kind of
Right?
thing. Yeah,
Yeah, for sure. So where are you right now, Mark?
I have just been shooting a music video for one of the new tracks today. Um, that comes out in a couple of weeks, and I'm here in Cork in Ireland, so I'm home now for the next 10 days, I think. Yeah, I have
Okay.
10 days or 9 days until I leave for Texas.
Yeah. And then you're gone for a while.
Gone for a while, recording the new album. I do get home for a couple of weeks then in August, and then hit the road again September. So it's
Yeah.
been nice to be home with the family as
Right.
well as like writing the album. The album's written now, so we're just like proper family time,
Of
which is great.
course.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So are you planning on like when you're playing out with Richie Kotzen, are we gonna hear a couple of those new songs?
I have to say yes because the last tour the Mr. Big tour these new songs that were out now weren't out, and we just couldn't help ourselves. We have to play them live. Um, so I can guarantee you there'll be a song that we do in the studio next week, one or two that we will love so much that we have to put it into the set list.
Right. Hi, hey, how was it working with Eric Martin and Billy Sheehan?
Oh, unbelievable to just watch those guys every night. And again, I met Eric at a show in Dublin years back, and he's just such a great guy,
He's
full of
so nice.
energy.
I've met him a couple times. Yeah, in
Yeah, full
Nashville.
of energy, positive guy, great singer, great energy. It was such a great tour.
Yeah, Mr. Big, man, he said it was going to stop. It doesn't look like it's stopping anytime soon.
It's a big farewell tour,
Yeah,
but we're very lucky to have been a part of it.
right. I mean, he's great. I mean, I met him a couple times. I met him in Vegas and then I met him in Nashville at Rock and Pop
Nice.
Fest. He's really a great guy.
Oh, incredible.
And you know
And
what? He's funny.
he's so funny. You took the
Oh
words out
my
of my mouth.
God.
He is hilarious and just a great positive energy. And that's so nice to be on tour around people like that.
I mean, I saw the serious part of Eric Martin a couple times, but he's really funny though. If you
Yeah,
get the
big time.
right moment, he's hilarious.
Absolutely. He had us in fits of laughter so many times.
Oh my gosh. Now, okay, so after you're done with this tour, then you're going on another tour, correct?
It's nonstop. I don't even know where we are after November,
Oh,
but I'm sure the record label have it all planned out.
right, they do. I'm
Yeah,
sure they
yeah,
do.
yeah, which is great.
Yeah. But Mark, let's keep in touch. I can't wait to see you in Vegas.
I looking forward to it.
And I'm definitely going to blow that show up because I'm a huge Richie Kotzen fan as well. And
Amazing.
Vamped is a great club to play in. You
I
know,
love it. This be my third time there now, so I'm very lucky to be going back to venues in America for a third and fourth time on this tour. It's crazy.
yeah. So let's pack that place when you
Absolutely.
come to town. Why don't you give the viewers all your socials so they can get in touch with you?
Absolutely, yeah. So for all the Instagram, Facebook, and all that stuff, it's Mark Daly Music. But all information, tour dates, bios, tracks, everything is on markdailyofficial.com.
And you can see him on the Richie Kotzen tour.
Yes,
Gonna
cannot
start,
wait.
yeah, soon.
And
So
thank you
yeah.
so much for having me on. I really appreciate it, and thank you
Yeah,
for the
thanks,
support.
Mark. Let's keep in touch. Thanks again to Chanel
Absolutely,
O'Donnell. She's amazing. I love her.
amazing.
And we'll talk soon, okay?
Absolutely. See you in Vegas.
Yeah, take care on the road, my friend.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Cheers. Bye now.
Mark Daly, what a great guy. He's so busy. He's on doing music videos right now for the new record. Definitely see him on the road with Richie Kotzen. This is going to be a great tour. We're going to be keeping in touch with Mark because this is only the beginning for this dude. All right, this is the Vegas Rock Goddess on the Rocks, total entertainment. Please like and subscribe to On the Rocks because you never know who I'll be talking to next.